Hiya, welcome to another Mini-YIn. So we're going up the wall today, so I hope you found some space. Before we get into position, I'm just going to show you two shapes just so when you're up the wall you don't necessarily have to keep looking at your phone or your device or whatever. So on the wall today we're going to be looking at eye of the needle, which is where we cross ankle over knee and then draw the supporting leg in to get a stretch here. And the other one we'll be looking at is a version of Skandasana, which is like the Cossack squat. So we'll be doing that kind of thing on the wall. So just so you have an idea. Right. Shuffle your bum up against the wall so your hips touch, and then swing your legs up. Just take a few precious moments here just to adjust to the difference in orientation. Check in with your breath. You might want to bring your palms onto your belly or your lower ribs and just have that feedback. Notice the depth of your breath. And perhaps by bringing your focus onto it, you've decided to emphasize more of a belly breath this morning. And how's the internal landscape during this session? How are you feeling? What's the predominant emotion? Notice any holding in your shoulders. Let go of any holding across the facial muscles. Tune into any sensations of draining as we have the feet inverted above us. How does your body feel in this position? We know it's good for us, it's good for the blood, it's good for the organs, it's good for our nervous system. Lots of ways we can nourish our bodies. So we're going to start by bending the right leg and crossing it over in front of the left knee. So your ankle's crossing the left knee. And then bring your left foot towards flat against the wall. Remember, you can adjust your distance against the wall if you need to. But just use the pressure against the wall to begin that stretch along the outer thigh, the right thigh. You may notice a shift of weight in your back. The pressure changes. Might give you a sense of feeling more grounded. So come to your first edge. You might also feel this along the right groin. Also stretching out the glute. And you adjust the pressure by just inching that foot down against the wall. Perhaps just a little at a time, and then coming back into stillness. Your hands on your belly to keep that connection with your breath. You might feel like being expansive and having the arms out in a T. Bring your awareness along the back of the body, relaxing the muscles around the spine, around the shoulder blades. And then continuing to breathe down into those stretches. Maybe try flexing that right foot a little. Notice how that might intensify the stretch along the back of that right leg. Final few breaths here before we take it onto the other side. So gently heel toe your left foot back up the wall. Straighten the right leg. Allow it to rest just for a gentle breath or two back in our classic legs up the wall. Viparita Karani. Just enjoying any difference in sensations, comparing the two legs. And gently taking a cross of the left leg this time over the right. And then gently bending that right knee this time. Bringing the foot to rest on the heel, or maybe your foot is flat against the wall. And then again begin that scan of the body, start at the back body. During that transition, you probably notice you've tensed everything in your back and your core. And now that can stand down. Breath is soft, flowing down into the abdomen. Perhaps you're still feeling the rise and fall under your hands. Allow your shoulders to sink and feel heavy in their sockets. Keep playing your edge. Moving deeper if you need to. And then coming back to stillness again. Releasing any holding. The wall has got us, the floor's got us. All we have to think about is the breath. Allowing those stretches to open. Taking a last gentle inhale. Releasing everything with the exhale. And then gently walking your right foot back up the wall, uncrossing the left foot and coming back to parallel legs up the wall. Gentle release of the hamstrings here. And we're gently going to allow the right heel to open out to the side, keeping the right leg straight. So you might come to like a 2 o'clock position with that leg, and then we're going to bend the left, and we're going to inch across the wall with the toes, the heel into our, as if we were doing that Cossack squat, but against the wall. So I've got 3 points of pressure against the wall. I've got the heel of the right foot and the heel and the ball of the left. You'll feel this along the groins, and you can place blocks or something underneath the outside of your thighs if this is too intense. So we're stretching out that right hamstring and the groin. As gravity brings that leg down to the ground. And then we're determining how much of a groin stretch we want in the left leg. Like inching that foot out to the side. Finding that perfect amount of stretch you can breathe into, that you know is making a difference. We're allowing the back and the wall to do the work for us. Your arms are wherever you want them to be. If you raise them up in a Y, out to the side and up towards your head, you're creating a shoulder stretch, or you might just wish to feel more insular and just keep your hands as that little measure of feedback on your tummy. Whatever you're doing, relax down to the ground, let go of those back muscles once again. A few more breaths into this challenging pose. There's lots going on. And then we'll heel toe the left foot in first. Use your right hand if necessary to bring your right leg up, back up to 12 o'clock. And then we're going to take that stretch on the opposite side. So this time, left leg falls out. Keeping that left leg as straight as is natural for you to do so. bend the right knee. Heel toe that foot against the wall. Using any supports you need to, perhaps under the thighs, so that you can still feel that tissue allowing that release, but it's not stressing you out and you're not holding on to it. Tuning into how the breath affects your stretch. What happens on the inhale, what happens on the exhale. On an inhale, bring both legs back up the wall. Gently inch back, maybe 10 centimeters or so away from the wall. Make right angles with your knees. Bring your hands either side of your hips and gently push through the feet into a couple of wall bridges. Which gives a lovely squishing, massaging effect on the upper back. Let's do 3 of those, just gentle, rolling up, rolling down. And then bring yourself away from the wall. Come into a Shavasana rest pose. Allowing everything to sink down, release downwards. Feel that sense of equilibrium come back as the blood journeys around the body, readdressing all that inversion that we've just completed. Still in contact with your soft, gentle breaths. As if someone was pulling a gentle, light cotton sheet across you. Imagine that your forehead relaxes, your cheekbones, the jaw, collarbone, shoulders, pelvis, all the way down the legs to the heels. long body stretch. Hug your knees in, gentle roll side to side. Find your way up to a seat. Hands come together at the mudra of the heart. Namaste.